Good. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I'm sorry I missed the last 2 days. What a pain in the tail. Our weather has been horrible. How has y'all's weather been? Have you had this awful weather? We're going to be doing the Wreath of the Month kit. Let's skip this. And tomorrow night, we're going to do the bow set that we didn't get to do on Tuesday. So this is what the bow set's going to be. I'll list it tomorrow. Okay, it's these pretty watercolor flowers. So we'll do that tomorrow since I didn't get to do it yesterday. Alright, so this is our sign. And then we have a purple and a turquoise mesh. The turquoise has a pink stripe on it. Isn't that pretty? Alright. Then we have a turquoise frame. Let me show you the ribbons. So we have the purple with the butterfly. Turquoise, of course. We have this watercolor that has pink, purple, turquoise, and white. And then we have a little yellow thrown in. So, how are y'all? Let me get zoomed in here. Alright, so I cut this mesh at 30 inches, and what we're going to do is the Woodland ruffle, and then we'll come back and add in other ruffles. Not ruffles, curls. I'm sorry, y'all. I have been back and forth this week. It has been a crazy week. Mostly because the weather has been horrible. So anyways, welcome to Designing Gals Thursday. Okay. So let's get our frame ready. And this pretty colors. So we'll open the bottom up. Okay. We got that done. We have the inside was already pulled in, so we didn't have to do anything with that. I'm glad to be back too. That weather stuff was crazy. All right. So we're just going to take our mesh. Did you change it for the new month, Susan? So this is, I think this is option, isn't this option 3? Hold on, let me look. This is option 2. This is option 2, except we're cutting the Woodland ruffles a little bit smaller just to have the little 8-inch curls. Okay, all right. What is what? I don't think I need that. Alright, let's put, oh, can you message Casey? Alright, here we go. So we're going to go at least 2 curls. I don't want to do more than that because I want to have enough to ruffle. Okay, so 1, 2, and then we'll just go straight up the center to make our ruffle. I thought I opened that up. Apparently I did not. There we go. You want to tie it on at least one good time. You can see I put it upside down. So if you do ruffles, you want to lay it flat like this. In other words, the ruffle, you're kind of rolling, it tends to want to roll under. If you're doing the Woodland ruffles, you want it to be upside down where the ruffle, or I mean the roll wants to curl in on you. So it helps to have something heavy down there. So that's how you know you're going the right way. Hello. Okay. So we do 2, and then we go straight up the center. But remember, all we're doing is gathering it. Just little gathers. See, it makes a little bow tie. Still makes a bow tie, you just have those curls at the end, which is a great way to hide any frizz, which is why we like it. All right, so I do ruffle them out. It doesn't take as long because there's not as much. Then I'll grab a curl. So we're going to do opposite curls. So in the purple we'll put the blue, and in the blue we'll put the purple. Okay, and we'll grab our ribbons. So for this ribbon, I'm going to keep the 1.5 inch on the bottom because we'll do little mini bows. So we just fold them in half. Me too. Oh, yay. Okay. We get our little birdie wings, right? We run our hands under it. Then we're just going to take our little curl. Do I put the curl ends down? I put them down. I curl them down. And then I put the whole thing in like this. This one I'm not going to cut off because remember we're going to come back and put, well, we could go ahead and do it now really. I cut 16-inch pieces. All right, so I'm just going to take it and overlap. This is just one 16-inch piece of ribbon. So overlap a good inch, pinch in the middle. See, and then you have like a little bow. And then you can just tie it on. Then we can trim off the excess and tuck it back. See, and then you have a little bow right there. Yeah, so the Woodland ruffle is basically a ruffle with a curl at the end. Okay, so I will, don't worry, we'll be doing it over and over and over again all throughout the wreath. Oh, on this one, let's put the 2.5 inch on the top so we can see our cute little butterflies. And when you put that last one on, you want to twist that tie a good 2 or 3 times. Okay. Like that. Turn it off. Tuck it back. Just like that. And I want those. So one of the reasons I want them to curl under is because I want them to kind of stand up. If I curl them out, then they'll kind of go flat and curl up, but I want them to more kind of come up and then go down. So that's the difference between the ribbons. And hey, either way you do it is fine. There's no wrong or right way. The Woodland ruffle. So the Woodland ruffle was created by the person who owns Woodland Designs, and so it's named after her. All right, so with the Woodland ruffle, right, you have a 30 piece of mesh cut. You just take it and you curl it in on itself 2 times. I like to use a little chip clip to keep it together so it won't unroll. Then I flip it around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. You can do 2 curls, 3 curls, 1 curl, can be however many you want. So a good 2 curls. And then I'm going to take my thumbs in the back, and I'm going to use it like a dam. And I'm going to push the mesh back with my fingers and just kind of gather them right against my thumb. So if you think about it, it's like this. It's going up and down, and you're just pushing them all together to get that nice little ruffle. So then you put it down, and you want to tie it one good time. So you want a full twist on that tie. Okay. like to take the two ruffles and pull them up against each other. That helps it stay kind of up and hides that wreath base. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see the wreath base. I want to put my stuff on there. I don't want to see any of that. So I like to cover it. Yeah, we had tornadoes all around us. Luckily, none hit our, so they kind of skipped over us, thankfully. Hopefully everyone else is okay out there. So exact same thing. I think you can see the ruffle part on these with the edges a little bit better. You can also see, so you see how it has this curl, and then it has the ruffles. Kind of like a roller coaster. Okay. Yes, like an accordion, exactly. Did y'all ever do that with paper in school? Did you ever do that? Make a fan for yourself? Like you did that little accordion thing, and then you would take the paper and you would fan yourself. We're doing the same thing with the mesh. Just doing it with mesh instead of paper. Alright. So we're going to do the one with the little mini bow. Okay. The great thing about these kind of ties is that the mesh is cut at 30 inches. Is that you have enough so that you can put this in. You don't have to reopen your tie. You can put this down, twist it. Then we're going to come back and do the mini. Mesh is cut at 30 inches. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you're learning a lot. So then we're gonna, this is a 16-inch piece of ribbon. It's from, so you get the whole roll. And then you kind of lap it over, right? So you want a good inch, like at least this much, over each other. So you're going to end up with like a 2 or 3 inch little bow loop. You don't want a little bit more than that, a lot more than that, because it's going to look funny. So then I'm going to twist it. I'm going to twist that tie 3 times, trim it off, and then I just push it in the back. If you have thicker ties, you may not have to cut, and you may just flip it over in the back. Oh, awesome. Okay. I will tell you, if you're signing up for the Wreath Kit and you want it to be recurring, when you're signing up, make sure you give it like 15 seconds or so. The subscription thing is actually a third-party app. And so sometimes it could take a few minutes for it to pop up. It can take a few minutes for it to pop up, and I said no. There we go. Okay. I like to pull my curls up because I want to see all the curls. And if you pull them up, they do a little better than if they're down at the bottom. Okay. Get down at the bottom, they're going to kind of push down on it. Okay. Okay. There we go. We will start carrying our kits in the shop, in the studio. If you'd rather come pick one up and not have to ship it, we will be taking them over there. You could even sign up for a class and do it with me. Hopefully we will have the website up next week. That's the plan. Tori and I have been fast working on projects so we can get them listed. Okay, here we go. Oh my, that's not good. I hope y'all are okay after that tornado. Tornadoes are horrible. Very, very destructive. And it's not like you can hide from them. Okay. So see how I take both of them and I just kind of spread out the mesh like this. There. Then it'll keep it from falling down and showing parts of, yeah. There's the sign. See, it has all the same colors in it. It has the little butterflies. So this has butterflies and daisies, and so I put them on the sign. You know, I like everything to be matchy-matchy. Y'all ever seen The Wedding Date? And she says, matchy-matchy is okay, but this is not good matchy-matchy. I like matchy-matchy. I like things to match very well. There we go. There. Okay, so we'll take our little 16-inch piece, loop it over. I love the butterflies too. But if I have it in the ribbon, I want it to be in the sign. So I just designed the Christmas in July today. So we now have what, May, June, and July planned out. So I'm excited. So on this one, I just take this 1.5 inch, I put it on the bottom. The open house went really well. It did, it went really well. Oh, wonderful. I hope you get it today. Okay. These ties they're good. They are very sturdy. I like sturdy. Okay. I love purple and turquoise together too. Those are my favorite colors. Oh, we had, last night, so the night before last, we had a tornado warning. So of course I had to cancel, and it was raining pretty bad and whatever. It was really windy. Last night we had tornado watches, but it was horrible. Like, it was terrible thunderstorms, and it was like torrential downpour rain. And today it's just been so windy. When I went out earlier, this is the April kit. When I went out earlier, the door about knocked me over. I was just trying to get out. As soon as I opened the door, the wind just went whoosh. I was like, dang. I get my wreath frames from a lot of different places. Some from Sims. I get some from Craig Bachman, Allstate Floral. Yeah. It was scarier last night than it was the one before. Oh, that's awesome. You would love to, it's dry there, huh? Yeah. Oh, so we turned first class mail back on. So you can order signs and whatever. I just want y'all to realize that if the stuff gets lost, they won't cover it. I just want you to be aware. Okay. Alright. So get our little curls. Ooh, I don't know what's going on out there, but they are beeping the horn and they're having fun doing something. Are you getting tired of sunshine? Yeah, it's already getting hot here. It is so humid already and hot. I'm going to cut 2 more of the 16-inch. Okay. Make our little cheater bows. There we go. Just like that. Yeah, I'm tired of rain and thunderstorms too. I'm over it. So we have our door into the warehouse. There's a little gap in between the rolling door and the outside, and the rain was coming in sideways, so we had to stack stuff up there so the rain wouldn't come in. Oh, that is not fun. Okay. I do too. They were scary. I think so too. I don't like all that scary. When it's, my husband said he was going out to the parking lot and there was a lightning that hit kind of near where his car was, and he said there was like a huge boom and he could feel it all the way in his feet. I was like, oh. He has to drive about an hour, and he was going with the direction of the storm, so that was not very fun. I was really glad when he got home, because that's scary. It's only 45 degrees. I'm gonna come see you, Ava. One of these days, I'm coming to see you. I have always wanted to go over there. I love doing the little mini bows. They're just so cute. They just give it a little personality. Right? You're at 42. I've been to Nebraska. I know what it looks like. I haven't been to Canada. I want to go to Canada. Okay. I can certainly live in 45 or 42 degree weather. That's my kind of weather. I don't like it when it gets really hot because I get hot too. It's terrible. Woo! I need to come see y'all with those cooler weathers. We've been in the 70s for months. We've already gotten up to 85. So our winters don't last very long. On this last one, you need to ruffle both sides because you're now back where you started. So you want to do both sides of that. Okay. So this will be our last mini bow. Thank you. Yes, Tori is always at the store. So that is now her main base of operation. So if she has to come over here for something, I go over there. Do you love the heat? Well, if you come see me, it's pretty much warm most of the time. I need to fix this. I missed the little cut on that. Okay. And we'll do our little mini bow, our last little one. I overlap them a pretty good amount because I just don't want it to accidentally come apart. And the great thing is you can tie it in with tie. Doesn't require anything extra. And then you just push it in the back and it's not going to come out. Just like that. See, and it looks so cute because you already have the tail, so then it makes it look like a whole bow. It's really just the loops. I like that. I tell you what, I would not want to live anywhere in Tornado Alley. That, I don't want to have a place to, a storm shelter. That's kind of, a little bit too much for me. Okay. There we go. So we got the whole bottom done. See, isn't that pretty? Now we can start on the top. So we're just going to open the ties up first. And you just want to do this because you don't want to try to open ties while you're also holding mesh. So we'll do our ribbons a little different on the top just so we can see the whole ribbon. So we can see both. Because on the bottom you can really only see one, and I do that because it's naturally going to push down, and when it does that it's going to squash the ribbons. So if you kind of pull them out together, it just makes a nice look. You can always go back and spread them out if you want to. Yep, this is 10-inch mesh. It is. Okay, we're going to do the same exact thing on the top. We're going to do our Woodland ruffle. So 2 curls on each side with the ruffle down the middle. Absolutely, you could just do the mini bow instead of doing all the different loops. You could, absolutely. And you know what the great thing is that there are absolutely no rules, and you can do it any way you want it. Absolutely. That's what I love about wreath making, is there's not a rule that says you have to do it one way or the other. You can do it whatever way you want. There are ways to do this method with 21-inch mesh, but it's a lot more difficult. Okay. Open house was good. It was good. Well, it started getting a little crowded in there, and my dad went outside and went to the ice cream place next door. I think he was getting a little crowded. But it was fun. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to do same thing. So the blue and the purple. This time we'll spread out both ribbons. Now I don't normally do the little bows on the top. And that's because by the time you get your bow and your sign on, you're really not going to see them. Alright, so let's tie these in, just like we did on the bottom. This time, we're going to spread our curls kind of catty corner to each other. Let me open this up just a little bit so y'all can see. And then I will spread out my ribbons. So like an X. I like my larger ribbon to go where there's a natural opening in the mesh. That's where you tied it. And then the smaller ones go on the side, they fit well there. Ribbons are cut at 12 inches. That's my favorite, 12 inches. Because it's enough to see the ribbon, but also see the mesh. I like to see the mesh, especially if I've done a lot of things to make it look pretty. I want to see it. I love ribbon, but I love mesh too. It was good. Meet and greet was good. Alright, so here's our purple curl. See, I catty corner it so that you can still see it. Like that. It went really well. We had yummy little fruits and veggies and my favorite, the nothing but cake, the little minis. They were yummy. And even Julie from Southern Charm came by to see us. And she hung out with us for a while. We live in the same town, so, well, very close. Like, we both live on the outskirts of Columbia. She lives in Irmo and I live in Lexington. So. Yeah, she's been working on her self-aware house. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them don't want so much ribbon that they can't see anything. And then, of course, you have ones who only want to see the ribbon. So it's a good mix. Good mix. Yeah, we did have plenty to eat. Well, you know, I wasn't sure how many, so I just wanted to make sure I was prepared. Wait until you see the pictures from the retreat. I'm sure we will have a lot then too. Okay. I have made a candy cane wreath with the ribbon that looks like a candy cane. I have, yeah. This is the Wreath of the Month kit. Yes, it sure is. I love it. Yeah, it would be in the Christmas ones, in the Christmas library. And I don't know if y'all know this, but on YouTube, when you go on someone's page, you can go over to the videos where all the videos are, and you can search. You can do a search, and you could just put in candy cane, and it would bring up everything that had candy cane in the title. That's the great thing about YouTube, is it's actually a search engine. So you can use it like that. Can't do that on Facebook, but you can do it on YouTube. Yeah, you want to see the sign? This is the sign. So see how it matches the ribbon? Has the same little butterflies and the little flowers. Yep. I have done so many things over the years since I started. I don't know. I've done a lot of different types. Oh. Was it about, was the interview about YouTube? It probably was. If you saw something with me talking to Julie. I've had a lot of people have had me in their groups to talk about YouTube because I love YouTube. So I've been in lots of groups to kind of tell people, you know, how, because most people built their business on Facebook, right? I didn't do that. I did it on YouTube. Of course, I am on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest and all the things. But that's where I started. Oh, awesome. I love purple. Let's see, next month we're doing ladybugs. Red and black. Everything will be red and black for ladybugs. And we're working on a new watermelon kit that is so cute. Oh. Well, I hope they help you, the videos. What I love about doing these kits is I will see people post pictures of the kit they made, and everyone's looks just a little different because they did it a different way or they added something in. Oh, I'm so glad that you go back and watch them. That's definitely what that library is for sure. Okay. Yeah, we talk a lot about YouTube in my groups, for sure. Because that's what I did. You know, and everybody's journey is different. Depends on what you like, what social media you're comfortable with. Just because something worked for me doesn't mean it will work for you. Because it has to be what works for you. You know, what you're comfortable with. So, if you're more comfortable with making recorded instead of doing lives, then YouTube is the way to go for sure. Okay. I do like mesh. Yeah. Julie really likes florals and I really like mesh. Now, I like florals. I do. But thank you for stars. But I just love mesh. I love mesh because I can do something different just by changing a few things out or changing out the colors. And honestly, it doesn't cost nearly as much as making something with florals. I love florals, but they are pricey and hard to find. So, and these things look good for years, so I like that. My mom always says, why don't you do more of the florals? Like, well, I reserve those for my group. Because it's just too hard to carry florals. Well, I mean, I can, but they're so expensive. And everybody does florals. I wanted to do something different. When I started, they didn't have mesh. All they had was florals. I think I might have gotten a little burnt out on them. Yeah, you're so right. When I first started, I wouldn't show my face. I didn't want my fluff showing. It's just so funny. I got past that. Yeah, I will tell you all the little insecurities that you have about going live or making videos. Don't let it stop you, because they're only in your mind. Nobody's gonna say anything. And I only started showing my face because people kept saying, when are we gonna see what you look like? So, and then I found out that it's so much faster to do lives than it is to do recorded videos. And it got harder to do recorded videos, so that's what I do now. Oh. Awesome. Was that the one on the swag? The sunflower swag? I love sunflowers. We need to do another swag kit. We haven't done a swag kit in a while. I'll have to see what we have. We need to do that. Do love me some swag. Oh, we have sunflowers in. Come to think of it, I know we do. Maybe we should do another one of those. I think I even have the sunflowers in here, yeah. So we just got these in. Aren't they pretty? I haven't even listed them yet. But they've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blooms. And then all kinds of little pieces. It's hot and humid here. How's it there? Yes, do a swag. Okay, I'll be happy to. Oh, the wine bottle. So the ribbon just finally came in today, Denise. So I can do it next week. We had sold out of all the ribbon we had. So I needed to get the ribbon back in. So it came back in. Look how pretty that is. Look how thick that is. So when I do, I'm sure you can see, when I do wreaths, I like them to be nice and full. And the way I accomplish that is to actually pull the ribbon, the mesh up against each other. And that's what creates that. See, now it's nice and thick. So you can see. Can't see the frame. If you see places where it's kind of falling down, just check to make sure that it's not pushing the bottom down. All you're going to have to do is kind of pull the top up. If you have a problem with your woodland ruffles kind of tend to fall over, all you have to do is put a zip tie around it and just pull it tight against the frame, and that'll stop it. Oh, pretty! I love that little splash of yellow. And since we have it in the sign, it works. You could even do, I wish I had some of my sunflowers in here. I mean, my daisies. I have little white daisies. You could put white daisies in it. That would be so cute. All right. So we got our wire. Let's get our sign ready, and then we're going to do our bow. All right. So for the sign, this is just 26 gauge wire. I get out about 20 inches. Have I made a yardstick swag? Yes, I have. I certainly have. It's been a while, but I have. My new shop is called Hardworkingmom Studio. There we go. All right, so let's see. I think we'll do, we could do middle and then just put a bow on the side. I think we might do that, and then I'll just make a bow to go kind of with it. I may or may not put it on there. Okay. I like to use the 10-inch signs because I just feel like they cover the middle really well. Mama loves it. So maybe this will be what we put on our door next. And you know I have to have a matching bow for the stairway. So, you see that, Mama? So you see she's already asking you if you want it. And then she'll yell at me in capital letters if I don't say I'm going to take it home. And a baby butterfly. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that. Okay, so let's make our bow. After we do this, I can run out there and see if I can find those daisies. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. And don't forget, we'll do a bow tomorrow. I just have to talk to my ladies and see what times they have available for tomorrow. I should send it to you. All right. My favorite is the just the Easy Bow Maker. I don't really like the Pro Bow that much. It's just because I find it takes a lot of time to work. What is the deadline? I think it's the end of this month, Kim, for the rewards program. Yeah. And we'll come up with something else. We just have to figure out what we can do. I love the Easy Bow Maker. So let's do like a small, like an 8-inch little tail. Okay. Then we'll go 6 inches. I think that's right. I think it's going to end at the end of this month. And then hopefully I can have time to look for something different. I think we're going to open up affiliates for the shop, for the store, the shop Hardworking Mom. Okay, I want to do the yellow. I want this to go on the top because it ties everything in. I don't use cable mounts because in the South it gets really hot. Yes, I did see your message, Teresa. I'm pretty sure I can do that. We're trying to get all the supplies ready to get out the door for the retreat for the people who got the online access. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Are you still trying to master the bow maker? You can do it. The virtual. Why couldn't I think of that word? That's such a simple word. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to come in. So we did 2 at 6 inches, 1 at 6 inches. Now we're going to come in to 5 inches. So this is what I call stacking the bow. What I mean is we had this size, then we go this size, so on and so forth. Yeah, I just have not had a lot of success with those cable mounts. I find it easier just to put a hole punch in it and run the wire through it. If you use this wire like I use, it's very hard to notice. So that's why I do that. Okay, there we go. All right, trim that off. Okay, and then we're gonna have this on the top. There we go. And I will tell you, there's nothing that says that you can't start with this on the bottom. If you wanted more of a bow, you can take your 1.5 inch and just add some on. Let me show you. First we need to put, so let's put this here. All right, so let's do, we're going to do 3 little 6-inch loops. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this, okay, and I'm going from the 0 to the 12, and then I'm bringing it and putting it in my hand. You see how I brought it behind? So you can see they match. 0 to 12, you're just flipping it over, just like that. I hardly ever show y'all this way, but 0 to 12, I flip it over. This way I don't have to twist the ribbon. I like to put this in my hand a lot of times because my hands will tend to hurt. So we'll do 3. On that last one, you don't even have to do that. You can just kind of measure and go over like that. You don't have to adjust where they are in your hand. You just kind of match them all together like that. Okay. So now what I can do is take these two, just kind of show you how to stack your ribbons. Let's see, do I have pink? I have purple. So one thing that I used to like to do when I first started out was I would just take my ribbons before I had a bow maker, and I would just twist them together like this, and I have my bow ready. Okay. See, I just kind of tied it with a little bit of pipe cleaner. You're not going to see it. It's going to be on the bottom. I like to put these on the bottom, especially if I'm going to put it, yeah, I have a lot of trouble with my hands. I have fibromyalgia, so the bow makers just make things easier for me, because if I try to do things by hands, my hands start cramping. Alright, so I like to put these two together. Okay. I'll just take this, again, with a little piece. Yeah. Doesn't that stink when you put something together and then it falls apart? That makes me so mad. Alright. So now what we'll do, get a couple zip ties out. Let's get pipe cleaner out. Okay. So I'm going to place these together because we're going to add them in to the bottom of this bow. You could even do, if you wanted to, with the last little bit, a little small one loop. So we'll take all this, put our little zip tie under it. I'll just get it started, pull it out. Let's see, is that going to be too big? I feel like that's a little too big. There we go. Okay. There. Okay. Then we can just take this, stack it on this. We'll take our zip tie, put it around the whole thing. Pull it around back. Okay, there we go. So we really don't don't need this zip tie. We can just cut that one out. I just use it as a placeholder. Okay. So you can see you can still put things in even if you have already kind of done your bow. One thing I want to point out is make sure when you're doing this that you have it in the center where it was with the bow maker. So just kind of move it around, make sure it's in the center. Everything looks good. Then you can tie it nice and tight. Now look how nice and full. So we're going to start from the back. Meet and greet was good. Okay, so we're going to twist. Pull this out. So we twist. I don't know who these people are, but they drive me crazy. I keep getting these sales calls. I don't know who sold my number, but somebody did. Okay. So see how we twist and pull? That just helps us get the biggest fluff possible. So you can see how nice and fluffy this side is. Might help if I kind of opened up a little. How nice and fluffy this side is versus this side. Okay. And I will deal with the tails when I'm done with the loops. Whoops, sounds like my husband just got home. Do y'all, any of y'all have the ring, and do your dogs react to it or your animals? Because ours sure do. They have learned that noise. All right. So now I just kind of pull my tails out. I can trim this off because we've done the major fluffing. Now, yeah, if I do wooden signs, if I can't put a hole in it, then I like to do staples in those because they hold better. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking this and I'm gonna curl it up. So I just use my thumbs. I just roll loosely around it and then pull it out a little. Okay. Yeah, it cracks me up because sometimes we'll be like at the studio and it'll go off here or at the house and she's looking, she's standing, she's looking out the window. I'm like, there's nobody here. They don't know the difference. Okay. No, it's not a double-sided bow. I can make one of those. Hey, that might be fun to do. We haven't done one of those. There you go. So you see how nice and full that is. So see, there's the back. Would y'all like me to show you how to do a double-sided bow? Maybe we should do that tomorrow when we do Bow Tuesday on a Thursday, on a Friday. So see, we could put our bow here and our sign here, or we could put the sign in the middle, put the bow at the bottom, or just leave the bow separate. What do we think? You never heard Bella bark? Oh, did you? That's awesome. I love puppies. Yes, you need to learn that. Okay. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a double-sided bow. It's really very simple. I say that. I need to stop saying that. It's something you can do. I'm not going to say that it's just so easy that, you know. The Johnson off your dog. That's funny. You haven't seen a double-sided bow. Okay. Oh, so let me tell you about why we put the curls in the back of the bow. When you have, I don't think I have any bows in here. if you have your bow and you've made it and you're going to put it on your wreath, what happens is when you put it on, it sinks down. If you put this mesh behind it, it then has resistance and it will stay up and off of the wreath, right? So it pops up your bow. Yes, I have made wedding bows, my own, actually. Double-sided bows are really good if you hang, like, do you ever hang anything like kissing balls or anything like that? Then double-sided bows are really good. Oh, okay. So let's just do side to side. So we'll put this on. And I'm just going around where there's an opening to put it on. Oh no. Yeah, I'll see if I can find something to show you. I don't know if we have, oh, okay, here's another good example. Have you ever done the topiaries? You know, the little topiary trees and stuff? You can do a double-sided bow to put around the topiary. So that's another good thing you can use it for. Okay, so we have our bow on. Now we can put our sign on. Okay, so we'll just put it right beside it for the sign. Y'all, I'll be so glad when I get out of this boot. Yes, that's a Christmas tree topper, absolutely. I'm just going to weed it through my weaving needle. And what I like about these is you can push it right down through the mesh. It's not going to hurt it. It'll go right down immediately to the frame, and I don't have to search and be frustrated to try to get it to the frame. So, okay. So I just tie it right to the frame. Oh, I'm so sorry. We lost we had to put our dog down right before Carson was born. And then we waited probably 4 or 5 years before we got Bella. So, okay, so the same exact thing. I just push it down right there. Oh, love these things. So these are plastic weaving needles. See, they're very flexible. Okay. And they make it super, super fast and easy to put signs on. You can also use it for grapevine. Works great. See, and I have wire on this sign, but you really can't see it. So let me kind of put it up close. You can't really tell where I have the sign tied on. So this is why I don't mind putting a hole in it and using this, because I just use the 26 gauge wire, and it's so easy to use and it's really hard to see. So thank you. Awesome. All right, so we're all done. So you can see the bow. See, look how nice and fluffy the bow is. You see how the bow stands off of the wreath, and it's because we put those kernels under there, and they just give that little bit of resistance that you need. So it just helps a lot to keep it from, you know, sinking down, and then it kind of blends in. And when it blends in, then, you know, it looks like you didn't even make the bow. So we don't want that. We want to see the bow. We want to see it. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. I actually have these linked in my Amazon influencer shop. You can also get them from Wreaths by Dawn on Etsy. So she has these as well. Oh, thank you. I used this to make my bow. This is a Easy Bow Maker. So, and we carry these, and they're $15. This is the best investment you can make for making bows. it's also one of the cheapest ones. You can use that. You can use the Bodabra. We love that too. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad. Oh, wrong drawer. There we go. All right. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll send out a text tomorrow to let you know what time we're going to do our bow live, and we will play with a double bow, and I'll see if I can find something to put it on so you can kind of see how to use it. All right. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great night, and I'm going to get ready for my group because my group is tonight. I think we're going to make a centerpiece. I'm trying to decide what. What are you talking about back there? I think we're going to make a centerpiece tonight. So, all right, y'all have a great night. Bye, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Thanks. Bye.